in the lead. Peter Clifford?
No, I think it's Derek Bayley and Brian Nixon in the lead. They're the people the quickest in practice, and they've got a tremendous start and are already sort of opened up a 10-yard gap over their pursuers.
It's Bayley then in the lead with Clive Stirrett in second place. Outfit number 10, the leader from outfit number 9. And a lot of good men well down the field. The charge then underneath the Dunlop Bridge into the chicane.
And Derek Jones and Brian Ayres get through on the braking. Derek Jones and Brian Ayres, the Grand Prix regulars, into second place.
The end of lap 1. It's Derek Bayley, number 10. Derek Jones with outfit number 6. Outfit number 2 rather, in second place, and in third spot number 9, Clive Stirrett. That's number 9, Clive Stirrett, fourth fastest in practice, not quite on lap record breaking pace, but the man putting the pressure on the leader is Derek Jones, better known to his friends as Crazy Horse. Brian Ayres in the chair, having to work very hard. This pair, stars of the Grand Prix circus, 42 years of age. Derek Jones, and we hear that number 7, Barry Brindley, is out of the race. He's into the pits at the moment. No problems though for this man, number 2, Derek Jones, Brian Ayres. Well, sidecar racers are devoted, dedicated people, and after a horrific crash at Brands Hatch at the start of the season, Derek Jones persuaded his father to cash in the life insurance policy to provide the money to go racing again. The rest of the field go through, and there was number 6, a glimpse there of Terry Haslam with John Gainey in the chair. There's the leaders though, number 10, the race leader, that's Derek Bayley. He was quickest in practice, 1:17.57, almost 2 seconds quicker than the lap record held by Steve Abbott. No sign of Steve Abbott at the moment, the man who leads the championship. This is the man who leads this race. Derek Jones is behind him, and number 9, Clive Stirrett, with Graham Rose in the chair. He's there. And a quick look at the board.
It looks as though Abbott may be up into 5th place, just glancing back through the field there, as Derek Bayley's in the lead.
Abbott, in fact, is in 5th place according to the lap charts. He's got a lot of work to do. 15 points, of course, at stake, and you can see the picture behind, moving through into 4th place. World Championship points at stake in this race, 15 for the winner, 12 for second, 10 for third. That is the first 2 men in your picture. Derek Bayley second the place. Derek Jones, I'm sure, very happy to be in second place, ready and willing to... There's number 29, that's Steve Abbott, the man who leads the championship table, and you can see it's turning into a 5-outfit race, and in fact 6 outfits in procession into the chicane. They're coming round to complete the 3rd lap in this 10-lap race.
And Abbott very late on the brakes, made up tremendous distance on Stirrett on the brakes there, and is now right behind the outfit number 9.
The race leader, number 10, Derek Bayley.
And Abbott goes up the inside. He's tremendous on the brakes, this man, on the ham-yam, up the inside, and takes 3rd place. The orange outfit there.
So Clive Stirrett relegated to 4th spot as Steve Abbott goes through into 3rd position, making up for a poor start. Looking to see where he was. In fact, he was in 6th place, but boxed in on that first lap. Steve Abbott and Sean Smith, local boys, just up the road in Derbyshire. And that's Derek Jones in trouble. Derek Jones with his hand in the air. And once again, cruel luck has hit Derek Jones. Derek Jones and Brian Ayres have some terrible luck, and the motor has gone, and Derek Jones and Brian Ayres are out of the race. This is the race leader, so we'll shuffle round to the top. Steve Abbott is now in 2nd place, chasing Derek Bayley and Brian Nixon. They're coming around to complete 4 laps. They're going down the back straight into the chicane. Bayley and Nixon, outfit number 10. 4 laps gone. Steve Abbott goes through, then it's Clive Stirrett, then it's number 13, Mick Barton, the former European champion. He's charging through, but Steve Webster, who was 2nd fastest in practice, he's still well down the field, and that really is a surprise. There's number 17, that's Steve Webster, and he at the moment is down in 6th place, and that really is something of a sensation. Second fastest in practice, one of the trio of men who broke the lap record. And there is a charge through. Steve Webster has got the bit between his teeth. 24 years of age, a very talented young man. His father was a top-class grass track sidecar racer, Mick Webster, and Steve has shown tremendous form and ability on road racing. He finished in 3rd place at the West German Grand Prix not so long ago, and Steve Webster now beginning to charge up. No points at the moment in the British Championship for Steve Webster, so obviously he wants to do just as well as he can. So this is the battle for the lead. Derek Bayley in outfit number 10 under pressure from Steve Abbott. 10 leads number 29, that's number 29.
And it'll be interesting to see where Abbott tries to pass Bayley. Almost certainly it will be on the brakes. We've seen him pass 2 other outfits there, and he seems to be able to do the demon last braking manoeuvres.
And Abbott looking for the inside line on the braking, closes the gap, but Derek Bayley has none of it. Derek Bayley this year being sponsored by David Brown Motorcycles down in the south of England. David Brown, an enthusiastic sponsor, and Abbott goes through. Abbott has the better line. Abbott is through on the handicap, but Bayley's not given up. Closes the gap round McLean's, the sprint into Coppice, and then it's down the back straight underneath the Dunlop Bridge. Bayley gets in the slipstream. Is he going to pull out and try to pass? Yes, he is. He pulls out. They're side by side into the chicane, and Bayley's back in front, and Abbott's going to have another go on braking. Well, they're so close they must touch. No, they don't. Well, really hectic, desperate stuff there.
And Abbott surely will have another go on braking for Redgate.
And they're closing up on a tail ender now. A big surprise coming for a slower man. Abbott on the inside. Bayley number 10 closes the door, moves across the line, and a tail ender about to be zapped as the leaders go out on their 7th lap. 6 laps gone, and Abbott has to go on the wide line. Well, Peter, that was a worrying moment.
It was indeed. Abbott. Some really hard driving there from Bayley, hard but fair. He just took the racing line, closed the door on Abbott. But now, of course, Abbott has shown his move, shown where he's quicker, and Bayley will obviously try and block his passing manoeuvres in the future.
So 6 laps gone. Bayley out in front from Steve Abbott. In 3rd spot at the moment is Clyde Stirrup. 4th is Mick Barton. 5th is Steve Webster, and in 6th place at the moment. We've just lost the 6th place man on our lap chart, but no doubts about the leaders as they charge up again to catch a tail ender. Bayley having opened up a gap, and if that tail ender goes through the chicane, as he does, he's going to make life difficult for Abbott. Abbott looking for a way around or through. Oh, goodness gracious me.
And that's the 2nd time Abbott's been very unlucky with the tail enders.
Of course, if anyone at home is thinking that the tail enders are being deliberately awkward, it's not like the man on the M1 who won't get out of your way. Of course, no mirrors at all on these Sidecar outfits, Peter. The man in front has got no idea somebody's going to catch them.
No, and the very safest thing for him to do is to stick to the racing line, which these people are, because if he didn't do that, the guy trying to pass wouldn't have any idea which way they're going to go. At least Abbott should know that they're going to stick to the line.
But the end result is that Steve Abbott has lost an awful lot of ground. They've done 7 laps.
And Bayley knows now that he's really got to get a move on. He'll have seen with a glance over his shoulders he has a small break. He said he's never been lucky at Donington before, but he now has some new tyres and his Grand Prix engine with the special Hans Hummel cylinders from Austria, and he's using them to tremendous effect.
So Abbott beginning to close the gap again. Abbott, you can see the gap shrunk again. The advantage that Derek Bayley had over Steve Abbott has disappeared, or is beginning to disappear, I should say, through the chicane again, and they'll have completed 8 laps.
And Bayley, you can see he knows that Abbott's going to be challenging many minutes, and actually when he came into the chicane he was not on the extreme left of the track but somewhere in the middle, just in case Abbott was going to try and slide up the inside.
2 laps to go then in this ACU Shell Oils British Championship race. So the race leader Derek Bayley, number 10, and you can see that Steve Abbott is getting closer and closer.
And one thing Bayley said about these new tyres, they were going to give a lot of grip, but they might fade on the 8th or 9th lap, and that's where we are now. So the leader may be running into tyre problems, the outfit sliding around more than it was earlier in the race when he successfully fought off Abbott's challenge.
Clive Stirratt still there in 2nd place. There is the
Abbott's in the lead.
Abbott's through. Abbott has gone through. Bayley is going to have a challenge again. Well, underneath the Dunlop Bridge, yet again, they're coming round. They'll be starting the last lap. Bayley's quicker through there. Bayley's got it back. He's on a better line. Oh, and right across the front of Abbott. And Abbott's got it back again. Good grief, they're just 2 or 3 inches apart at 100 miles an hour. Just unbelievable, Peter.
Absolutely fantastic. Abbott just knew he could be later on the brakes, and he stuffed it up the inside, giving Bayley no opportunity but to give way.
Well, they don't appear to have actually made contact yet, but I wouldn't give any odds on that on this final lap. It's Abbott still with an advantage.
But now, what's Bayley going to do? Is he going to try that slipstreaming manoeuvre again and somehow block Abbott as he tries to repass on the braking?
And we have a technical problem at the moment, but no technical problems out on the circuit for the front 2 men. We've lost the camera. We're waiting for the leaders to come into sight at our next pickup point. Is it going to be Abbott? Is it going to be Bayley? We wait and see, and it's still Abbott.
And he's pulling away slightly. It may be that Bayley has these tyre problems, in which case he's going to have great trouble through this last fast right-hander, getting a fast enough drive to be on Abbott's tail as they go down the straight.
And changes lower down the leaderboard. Steve Webster now up into 3rd place, having ousted Clive Stirratt. But this is going to be the moment of drama. You can see Bayley pulling outside. He's not on the best line. He needs to be on the inside. Abbott surely is going to hang on. Abbott hangs on. Bayley tries valiantly, but there was no way he was going to do it. Abbott had the better line, nose to tail over the line. Well, what a race. Steve Abbott, the local boy, beats the southerner Derek Bayley. Steve Abbott, the man who won the first round, repeats his victory. He now has 30 points. 3rd home is Steve Webster. In 4th position, number 9, Clive Stirratt. In 5th position, number 13, Mick Barton. And up in the 6th spot goes number 6, Terry Haslam, who's battled through bravely. But these are the 2 men who've starred in this superb sidecar race. Steve Abbott and Sean Smith in outfit number 29, having got the better of Derek Bayley and Brian Nixon. But only just. What an absolutely superb race that was. So Steve Abbott and Sean Smith, very, very pleased with that. That gives them another 15 points in this British Championship. So the race winner then, number 29, Steve Abbott. 2nd is Derek Bayley. 3rd is Steve Webster. And 4th is Clive Stirratt. That's all from Donington for the moment. And back to the studio.
Let's confirm those first 3 positions, and Steve Abbott and Sean Smith winning it, Derek Bayley and Brian Nixon in 2nd place, and Steve Webster and Tony Hewitt claiming 3rd. And that means that Abbott and Smith lengthen their lead after 2 rounds in the overall British Championship. Our next visit to the Midland Circuit is at 2:50.